This was for the restroom. You don't need the restroom, wait behind here. Okay, restroom that way. No restroom, you stay here. Restroom is over there. No restroom, you wait here.
Made from chickpeas and other local spices, and the dark green dip is called za'atar, which is made from the plant hyssop ground up with toasted sesame seeds and olive oil. Okay? You're being served right now lentil soup. So lentil soup comes up in the Bible. Anyone familiar where? Maybe? Esau gave up his birthright for a bowl of lentil soup. Yeah, so we hope it was very good, but you don't need to give up your birthright. Just enjoy. Coming up, we have a cabbage salad, okay, with a vinaigrette dressing, and one vegetable. At any point you need a refill, just raise your hand, we'll be around. One vegetarian for every person, and for dessert we'll be having apples.
Brother Amir, this one the olive tree, you plant or it grow by itself?
Plant.
You plant it.
Yeah, there is no olive tree that grow wild. You need to plant it.
There's no wall olive tree.
Check. แล้วเจ้าใหม่我早就知啦。
Now, I want to tell you.
聖經
Now listen, please. Okay? Now olive trees can grow and live thousands of years.
橄榄树的寿命很长，可以上千年的活着。
At the Garden of Gethsemane in Jerusalem, we're gonna see 2,000 years old olive trees.
我们会到耶路撒冷克西马尼园会看到一棵2000年的橄榄树。
I want you to see that this branch that grow from the roots of the olive tree.
你可以看到这个下面的一个根，
This branch you cut, plant it somewhere else to start a new olive tree.
这个橄榄枝呢，你切下来呢，就可以插枝来生长。
And it has a special name in Hebrew. It is called in Hebrew netzer.
所以它的有这个Nazareth的发音。
Netzer in Hebrew means this branch, and also the word Nazareth in Hebrew come from the same word, Nazareth in Hebrew.
所以它的意思说那个根的意思。
So Nazareth then mean this kind of branch. Now,
就是拿撒勒就是有根，就是根的意思。
in Matthew says that Joseph and Mary came and lived in Nazareth to fulfill of a prophecy that Jesus will be called Nazarene from Nazareth.
所以我们知道约瑟跟玛利亚他们回来这里居住，因为要应验圣经所说的，耶稣要成为拿撒勒人耶稣。
Go to the Old Testament, read it all, try to find that prophecy. You don't find it.
如果你要去旧约找这个关于这段预言呢，新约耶稣要成为拿撒勒人的预言，你旧约找不到。
The only verse we can refer to is Isaiah 11:1.
就在以赛亚书11章第1节。
Isaiah 11:1 says a branch will grow from the roots of Jesse. Jesse was the father of King David.
所以他在11章第1节提到耶西的根，耶西的枝子，指的耶西就是大卫的父亲。
And that word in the Hebrew Torah was Netzer, the same word of Nazareth.
所以那个希伯来文那个枝子呢，耶西的根，耶西的枝子就是拿撒勒的意思。
Archaeologists say that Nazareth was built by people came from Bethlehem.
考古学家认为拿撒勒这个村是从伯利恒来的人建的。
Bethlehem is the city of King David.
这伯利恒是大卫的城。
They built Nazareth and they call it a branch of their family lineage.
所以这个拿撒勒其实是伯利恒的根，在这个地方。
Jesus was born to that family lineage. He was that branch. He was fulfilling the prophecy for him to be called Nazarene.
所以耶稣被称为拿撒勒人，这个拿撒勒就是指说他要应验，他是耶西的根的这个应验。
Okay, understandable? Questions? Okay. Yalla.
Yalla.
Those are here on my right side.
No, okay. Hang on top.
On my right side, those are almond trees. Almond. You see the almond? Almond. You see the almond? Almond.
有杏树，杏仁子，杏
You
仁
see
子
the almond? Almond. This is almond tree. Almonds.
这个是杏树，
Also, we eat this grain.
Are you
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
No, but not now. 3 months ago, when it grow, it will be very soft, and we eat it all. Now it's hard. It's the shell, but back then it is fruit. You eat it.
So you find any ripe one?
No, now it's not the season. That's it.
Oh no.
But now we eat the inside. You know the inside.
Because the almond is
It has this. I broke it. Let me try to. Let's throw it one.
Be careful.
它有一些比较白，可能就熟了吧。这个跟杏有关系吗？就是杏啊。
对的，杏树，杏树的意思。
That's the almond, huh?
Almond or
这不是错了 seed。
almond?
Now you can eat this.
一路走一路车，看不到饱了。
Good. Yalla, let's go.
他刚才吃不饱，所以他现在继续吃。
أيوة.
没有，你要这样，因为太阳从那边，所以你要吃那边，对那啊，你就是要挡住那个阳光的。
蚂蚁啊，小心，
你站过来，那边都蚂蚁。
小心，小心。
They're taking wheat. Wheat.
做米粉的啦，有啦，会的，卖啦。蚂蚁也是卖的，你看他排那个麦去他的那个。
我是蚂蚁。
面粉的吗？
我听说蚂蚁好像很多会装忙的，这个你看那不是忙，你看他排那个麦。
对，不是每只都排的那种。
我也变大，结过来
啊，假装很忙。
还有像我很大只的，结过来，不当叶昂的小子嘛。
This is Sol. Hello, Sol. Hey, Sol. Has a sickle. This is sickle
镰刀那是镰刀，
to harvest. This he's harvesting the wheat.
收割的镰刀。
Bring it here.
所以他在那里收割这些麦，然后拿到这个地方，
To do threshing. What threshing is? To get the seeds out is threshing.
所以要打麦的，打麦场。
You put this on the floor.
你把这个放在地上，
On the floor here. Okay, a little bit.
你把它拼铺在地上，
Then you bring this board.
然后你用这个板，
Should be full of stones here.
板应该放满石头的，
And put this on top of the wheat.
我放在那个麦上面，麦枝上面，
The donkey will pull it around.
所以那个驴子会拉住它走。
Be careful.
哦，他们在用。
收割麦子。所以你看这个场景的那个路
筛它的。
他去打麦场收集那个掉下来的麦枝。
When the donkey pulled that board around here, a child should sit on the board to put weight.
所以那个 停止在拉那块板的时候，一个小孩子可以坐在上面，加深他的压力。
Now what happened underneath that board? Look at my hand. All these wheat heads will be rubbed just like this, and all the seeds just comes out.
就这样子，好像在搓麦汁这样搓。
That's what threshing is. This is threshing. It's called threshing. Get the
这
wheat
就是
out.
打麦。
Has wheat. Now once Jesus was passing between the fields with the disciples.
你记得耶稣有一次跟门徒走过这些麦田吗？
And they were very hungry.
他们很饿了。
They started to pick some wheat and they rubbed them with their hands as they made and they ate the seeds.
所以他们拿这个麦子，然后就搓麦，然后吃那个麦。
And they did on the Sabbath day.
他们在安息日这样做。
Who was around?
所以在周围呢，
The Pharisees.
法利赛人
They were very angry about this.
他们很生气，
They told him, why your disciples are breaking the Sabbath?
为什么你的门徒打破安息日的规矩？
Why they said so?
为什么他们这么说呢？
Because this action that they made is similar to what this board will do here, similar to what?
因为当他们用手搓，就好像在用板在工作这样。
Now we can see that Jesus was surrounded by very picky people, troublemakers.
所以耶稣在周围很多这些小心眼的仇人，
But Jesus answered them very nicely.
但是耶稣很好的回答他们。
He said to them, the Sabbath was made in order to serve the man, not the man should serve the Sabbath.
所以耶稣说，人只是安息日，安息日是为人的，人不是为安息日的。
Which means when the Sabbath becomes a burden on your shoulder, you become slave of the Sabbath. That's not the goal of the Sabbath.
所以你看，如果安息日已经成为你的重担，那这不是神的本意，那这个就不是好的安息日了。
And the Son of Man is the Lord of the Sabbath. He
对，
said.
人只是安息日的主。
By the way, do you know what the word Sabbath means?
你知道这安息什么意思吗 ？Sabbath
Sabbath means rest.
Sabbath 就是休息，
The Sabbath was given to give them some rest.
就是要给他们安息休息。
But they did the opposite.
他们刚好相反，
They started to put laws, above laws, above laws, above laws to keep the Sabbath. The Sabbath becomes a burden on their shoulder. This is opposite.
所以他们在安息日增加很多规条，所以这个规条就成为他们安息日的重担。
They started to work harder in order not to break the Sabbath.
反而是安息日要做的更多，要守的规条更多，这样没有得到安息。
And this is what Jesus had criticized.
所以耶稣就责备他们。
Okay? Understandable? Very good. Yeah. Let's go to the sheepfold.
我们到那个羊
Our shepherd Abraham.
羊圈，到羊圈里去。
Okay. This is Abraham. Say hello to Abraham. Abraham is going to tell you about his job, what he is doing here. Abraham.
Yes.
他会告诉你他做些什么。
شوي شوي عشان ترجمي ها.
I hope it does in. Okay, sorry. So, ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Abraham, father Abraham of many sons, and behind me is my lovely flock of sheep and goats.
在我的后面这些就是羊圈里面的羊。
Behind me we have 3 sheep, 2 goats, and a baby lamb inside.
他们有这个3只绵羊，2只山羊，还有一个小羊。
And I want to tell you about the sheep and the goats because they have some very interesting personalities and traits.
我们知道这个羊呢，有山羊跟绵羊，山羊跟绵羊它们的个性都不一样。
So, starting off, their needs are pretty much the same. Food, water, care, security, protection, same things.
他们要的东西基本上都一样，他们需要有人照顾，给他们粮食，然后需要有栏杆来保护他们。
Now, their personalities are very, very much different.
但是他们的个性呢，山羊跟绵羊不一样。
The sheep are docile, they're loyal, they're obedient. They're also a lot more dumb.
这个绵羊呢，它基本上呢，它很忠心，它们有时会跳跃的。
Now, the goats, they're stubborn, they're reckless, independent. They're also always causing chaos and problems.
山羊常常是比较顽固，比较就是不听话，那常常会制造很多的麻烦。
Now, their relationship with the shepherd is also very different.
那么你要牧养这两种羊呢的情况也不一样。
So, here's an example. If I were to open this gate and tell the sheep to follow me, they will follow me. Simple as that.
假设说我打开这个门，然后对羊说：“来从我。”就是这样。
Now, the goats, they would do one of two things. One, not move at all, or two, run away somewhere else.
那么山羊会有这样的反应，要么它就不动，要么它就跑到别的地方去。
Now, this relationship between shepherd and flock, sheep and shepherd, is mentioned in many, many parts of the Bible.
我们知道羊跟这个牧羊人的关系，在圣经里面很多方面都讲到。
For example, in Psalm 23, said by King David, he said that the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want.
所以就好像诗篇23篇大卫写的诗歌里面提到，耶和华是我的牧者，我必不致缺乏。
Now, in John 10, Jesus said, I am the good shepherd. I will lay down my life for my sheep. I am the door to the sheepfold. And only through me will you get into the fold.
我们也知道耶稣在约翰福音说：“我是好牧人，好牧人为羊舍命，我是羊的门。凡从我进来的呢，我就是羊。”
Now, notice that Jesus never said, my goats hear my voice. He said, my sheep know my voice.
他没有说山羊听我的声音，他是说绵羊听我的声音。
Now, once in a year, in the late spring, early summer, the shepherd would take his flock and out and he would divide them.
然后我们知道，每一次到了夏季的时候呢，他会把山羊跟绵羊分开。
This is to make his job more easier, more faster, more comfortable.
这是为了他在工作上比较容易、方便、舒服一些，把山羊、绵羊分开来牧养。
And so he would shear off the wool off the sheep to make clothes or socks with their wool.
所以他们会把这个墙给围起来。
Now the goats have hair, and so he will clip off the hair of the goats to make tents or carpets with their hair.
然后他把这些有毛的这些山羊呢，把它的毛剪下来做这一些被啊是这类的。
But the flock can also give him meat, milk, butter, and cheese for consumption.
我们也知道养羊呢，羊会提供羊奶，羊奶会变成乳酪等等这些的产品。
Now, lastly, this division between sheep and goat is mentioned once more in the Bible.
那这些羊跟绵羊这样的比喻，圣经又在说，曾经这么说。
In Matthew 25, Jesus said, when I return, my angels will separate the nations, to the right and to the left.
我们知道耶稣在马太福音25章讲到，当他回来的时候，那他要把羊分成绵羊跟山羊。
Now the sheep are on the right. They are the righteous, the believers, who trusted him and obeyed him. They'll be rewarded with eternal life.
那绵羊在右边，那么他会是顺服的、听话的，他们会得做奖赏。
But the goats who did not trust him, did not obey him or follow him, they will be given punishment forever and ever.
我们的山羊呢，它因为违背牧羊人，所以它要受到刑罚。
So do me a big favor and don't be goats.
所以帮我一个忙，大家不要做山羊，
Be good sheep
做一个好绵羊。
and follow your dearest shepherd Imar very, very closely.
我们就跟着你的牧人阿莫尔越靠近越好。
Have a good day now.
Thank you.
You guys are welcome. Bye.
I thought you were going to open again.
Tomb? This is a tomb.
I think so. It's a tomb.
Right?
I think so.
耶稣的坟墓啊。
Okay, what you see here is a replica of a tomb. We made it.
这里是一个复制的一个耶稣时代的坟墓。
We made it the same kind of tomb of Jesus.
我们用同样耶稣时代的坟墓的那个石头来做的。
As I told you yesterday, that they used to bury the person in cave like this.
他们过去都是把用山洞来埋葬死人。
Inside the cave, they dig chambers, niches.
里面有分间和隔间，小的隔间。
Each niche will be one tomb for one person.
所以每一次就是一个隔间是一个人埋一个人。
So all the family members will be buried in the same place.
所以他们可以一家人在同一个地方来安葬。
That's why in the Old Testament, when someone died, the Bible always says at the end of his days, he was gathered to his father.
所以为什么旧约常常说，人死的时候他回到他列祖那里。
1 year after death, they come back to the tomb and collect the bones.
所以1年之后呢，当变成身体变成骨头的时候，他们回来收集骨头。
They put the bones in bone box made of a stone with a cover.
然后他们把它放在一个石头的箱子里面，然后盖上去。
They put this box inside the cave, but the niche will be empty for another person.
所以他们可以把这个小棺木的装骨头放在里面，但是空间就空出来了，可以再埋葬其他人。
Now this type of burial, like a cave, was for rich people.
这些像这样的通常都是给有钱人。
Because the poor will be buried in the ground.
通常的穷人就埋葬在泥土里。
Jesus was using the tomb belonged to Joseph of Arimathea.
我们知道耶稣用的坟墓是属于亚利马太夜舍的。
Joseph of Arimathea was a rich person.
亚利马太夜舍是个有钱的人。
That's why this is the kind of tomb Jesus had for rich people.
所以这样的一个坟墓的情况呢，是属于有钱人的坟墓。
This was an important point.
这是很重要的一点。
Because this fulfilled of a prophecy.
这就应验了预言，圣经的预言。
In Isaiah 53.
以赛亚书53章说
It says the Messiah will be buried in rich man's tomb.
这弥赛亚死的时候要跟富有的人同葬。
It happened when Joseph of Arimathea asked the body of Jesus from Pontius Pilate, and he put it in his own tomb.
所以到了耶稣死的时候，亚利马太夜舍出来向这个比拉多要求耶稣的尸体，然后放在耶稣的坟墓里。
Okay. Question? All right. Okay, in 1996, one of our archaeologists found this discovery here.
1996年呢，我们的一个考古的人呢，发现了这个东西。
We didn't know when we started to build the village. We didn't know that we have archaeology here.
我们在建的时候呢，在建这个村的时候，我们不知道有一个考古学家在我们当中。
The idea was to build a village as it was at Jesus' time in this land.
我们当时候的概念就是用这块土地呢，来建一个耶稣时代的乡村。
And one of our archaeologists who wanted to help us to build the village was going on here in 1996.
所以在1996年的那个要帮我们的考古的人呢，就在这里做一点考古。
This here was under the ground, full of dirt.
当时候这都是盖在泥土下面。
But some parts was revealed to his eyes.
但是有些东西让他的眼睛看到了。
So he decided to bring his tools to start to dig it out.
所以他就开始在这里挖掘。
While he was digging here, he used to find pottery pieces inside from the first century.
所以他在这挖的时候也找到那些瓷片啊，破碎的瓷片是从第1世纪的。
And he said to himself, well, I am excavating something from the time of Jesus here.
所以他就认为说这个地方就是耶稣时代的耶稣的城镇。
So when he finished digging, what he found?
他这挖下去，他找到什么？
There is a big vat down there, a hole, and a big basin up here, cut out from the rock, and they're connected with each other with a drain.
他发现这里有一个洞，然后下面又有一个大的一个范围，然后中间有一个渠道。
This is a wine press, first century wine press.
他找到压酒池，葡萄园的压酒。
They put the grapes up here.
所以他们把葡萄放在上面。
They take their sandals off and then walk on the grapes with their
他们
grapes.
采葡萄。
And the juice flows down through here.
葡萄汁就流进这个洞这个池里。
Then they scoop it out, put them in their jars, take them home and make wine.
然后他们放在这一个瓮里面来压酒或者做葡萄汁。
Why the grapes should be pressed with their feet?
为什么要用脚来踩大那个葡萄呢？
They could have bring a stone roller and roll it. It would be faster.
他们为什么不可以用那个来用滚动的东西的更快吗？
But they do it with their bare feet because it was much more delicious with their feet.
Yeah, one of the reason.
因为他们用脚呢，他认为是脚可能味道比较好。
Believe me, that's the answer.
No.
Yeah? It was much more delicious with their feet. Not because of the feet aroma,
这是真的答案，但并不是因为脚的味道。
but because of the seeds of the grapes that are very bitter. If you crush them, the bitterness will be given to the juice. Only your bare foot don't crush the seeds.
主要的原因是因为葡萄籽如果破的话会很苦，所以用脚踩大的话，它的葡萄籽就不会破，所以它就保存着葡萄汁的甜美。
After we found this, we started to dig up and we found the terraces that you see here.
我们再挖上去，我们发现这个后继续向上挖的时候，就看到这样的情况。
And in the other side of the street over there, we found many things like water channels for irrigation and wells.
在这个土地的另外一边呢，我们也找到这些水的系统。
But the most exciting thing we found is a watchtower where the farmer can watch the field.
我们最高兴的是找到一个守望台。
That's why we built here a watchtower like the one we found. Hello, Jacob.
Hello.
No, these are good ones. Watch for others. They're not gonna steal. It's okay. So, why the watchtower was very important for us? We copied the watchtower. We found many things, but the watchtower was the most exciting thing for us.
我们找到这个守望台是很让我们兴奋的，原因是
because in Mark 12, Jesus says a parable.
马可福音12章，耶稣讲了一个比喻。
In that parable, Jesus says, a man planted a vineyard.
耶稣讲了一个比喻，说有人盖了一个压酒池，
And he put a wall around it, which is the terraces.
所以他就把那个墙围起来。
And he dug a wine press in it, and here you see it.
然后他讲到有个压酒池，我们也看到了。
And he built a watchtower that we found on the other side.
然后讲一个守望台，我们也看到了。
It is amazing. You can think that Jesus was standing here and he was describing this piece of land.
很有可能耶稣就站在像这样的一个场景啊，就在讲他的比喻。
This is the only farm was kept in Nazareth from the first century. All Nazareth has modern buildings.
所以我们可以看到，就在这个地方呢，我们找到这样的一个葡萄园。
This was kept because this land belonged to the hospital that you see here in front of you.
它之所以没有开发呢，这块土地没有建房子，因为它是属于那间医院的。
which is a Scottish Christian mission.
是苏格兰的这个宣教医院。
They came here in 1861.
他们1861年来到这里。
All this time they never needed this land, so they never built on it.
所以他们一直以来不需要这块地，他们也没有建起来。
And it was preserved until we came and we found it in 1996.
所以1996年我们来的时候发现到这块地。
Today we belong to the hospital ministry.
这个是属于医院的事工。
It is a ministry that has 4 missions called Nazareth Trust.
所以他们有一个基金，拿撒勒基金有4个目标。
Hospital.
第一是医院。
And a nursing school over there.
还有一个护理学校。
And Nazareth Village here.
第三次是拿撒勒村。
And volunteering program called Serve Nazareth.
那么它有一个义工的服务的，就是服侍拿撒勒。
Some of the people you see here are volunteers through that project.
所以你可以看到这里的很多有些是义工来的。
You can be one of those in the future if you apply to our website.
来做义工也是可以的。
Yes. And I train you to be guide in Chinese. We need Chinese guide here. We have one, but she lives in New Haifa. She comes when we need her.
Chinese national.
他在看有没有那一些谁来偷东西啊，有没有那一些有动静啊。
别发出来。
Okay, yalla. أيوة عمو.
أهلا. إيه زبادي؟ زبادي؟
What? Yes.
I want to ask, this one can wash clothes, right?
No.
This ball?
Wash floor?
Yes.
What's it? This is
I
kind of
just
dirty.
pick up from the floor.
Huh?
I just pick up just now.
No.
What's this?
This is carob.
Carrot.
This is the fruit in the prodigal son story. That says the prodigal son didn't even eat the carob part that the king used to eat. So this is the carob. Carob. Carob part. The prodigal son story.
他在选那个。
Okay, this is Simon. Hello, Simon, our farmer.
Hello.
Hi, Simon.
Simon, can you tell them please what you're doing?
Yes, I will do that.
Thank you. Simon, we
pleasure.
have translation. So slowly, please.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
As Mr. Amr said, I'm Simon and I am the farmer of the village. And at least I am 2,000 years old.
我是这里的农夫，我大概是2000岁左右。
Well, As you see here on this terrace, we plant winter vegetables which need lots of water and cold weather.
我们在这里种菜呢，这个菜需要很多的水。
In next month, we will harvest in everything here, and then we will plant summer vegetables.
所以我们在下个月就可以收割，然后我们再种另外的不同的菜种。
Summer vegetables which need lots of water and hot weather.
也就是说，它比较适应少一点水跟比较炎热的天气的菜。
Like cucumber, melon, watermelon.
好像这个西瓜或者是黄瓜。
But for the moment here we have cabbage, we have lettuce.
我们也在这里。
We have parsley. We eat for salad, and before just few days we harvested all the onion and the garlic.
在这里他们种了很多不同的，好像大白菜，还有这一些洋葱，还是蒜头，还有这一些生菜等等。
But the most important thing I want to tell you about it that we do it every year. It's harvesting, it's pruning all the trees here in the village. Prune that means cut the branches.
就是我们在这里做的最多的呢，就是要不停的在修剪这些菜种。
In February we prune all the trees here, and why we choose February? Because it's month before the trees start to wake up from the winter time.
我们也知道，通常我们2月份开始修剪。为什么呢？因为3月的时候，所有的这些菜种呢，都会好像活过来这样。
You can see on the olive tree, we don't see high branch at all.
我们可以看到
high branch.
我们看到这些树呢，我们种的这些都没有很高大的这一些枝子。
Because high branch usually make lots of shade on the other side of the tree, and that's not good for olive tree. Olive tree loves sun so much.
所以如果它在这里种需要很高大的树的话，它会挡住那边下面的树的这个太阳，它们需要太阳。
And also we know that less branches, we will have bigger olives. Bigger olives which mean much more oil.
我们也就是说，如果他们会有更多的这一个橄榄会，就会的油会收得更多。
And also for our safety, we don't need to climb to reach the high branch. That's why when we prune the tree, we save lots of problems.
所以我们为什么也不要让它长得太高大，因为我们也比较容易收割，所以因此我们在这里就做修剪的工作。
And also we prune the fig tree. Do you see the highest tree with the big leaves? This is the fig tree.
所以你可以看上去有个大叶子的。那个就是无花果树。
Here also on the right side with the red flower, this is the pomegranate.
在你的这一个右边有红色的，这个是番石榴。
And on the left side you can see the apples.
还有苹果。
And here above of us we have the grapevine.
所以在你头顶上的这些就是葡萄。
Now on the grapevine we take out most of the branches and we leave just few branches. This short branches. Very short.
把所有的枝子都打掉的，只剩下一些比较短的枝子，这些短的枝子。
This short branch have few eyes. Those eyes, with the time, going to be a very long branch.
那我们可以看到它有这个眼哈，那个树上面有那些眼的部分呢，都会伸出很长的枝子来。
And then this long branch make also new branches, and then we will have the grapes.
那么那些新枝出来的时候呢，就能够又在结葡萄了。
With that mean, if you come here next month, you will see all those trellises completely covered.
对，如果下个月来的话，这整个地方会被枝子盖住。
It's very beautiful to be here in the summertime and watching all the grapes falling down between the leaves.
如果你夏天来的时候，你会看到这些葡萄都开始结果，一串一串的垂下来。
This trellis here, all of it is red grapes.
这些都是葡萄。
And the others there, green and yellow grapes.
有这个是红色葡萄，另外一边是青色的葡萄。
Usually we harvest in the grapes and the fig in August.
我们就先收割葡萄，8月份我们收割这个无花果。
So come back in August.
8月份再回来。
Enjoy your time.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Thanks a lot.
我这边。
潇洒就是自己经济一次。
Okay, we stop here to speak about agriculture. How people at that time used to cultivate this kind of terrain, which is hilly.
我们在这里谈一谈在这里的农作物、农业，就是在这种山坡的地区呢，他们怎么种植呢？
The Holy Land is full of hills like this.
圣地充满了就是山丘，
Especially in Galilee.
特别是在加利利。
That's why most of the agriculture at that time used to be done in terraces like this.
所以你可以看到，过去呢，多数的这些农作物都是用这样的方式种植。
The terraces to create the flat land.
就是他们先有梯状的，就是有平地有梯状。
The terraces will belong to many farmers.
他们这块地有时候是属于很不同的农夫的。
A farmer may own only one terrace or two terraces.
他们可能只拥有一小块或者两大片这样。
His neighbor will own the terraces beside or below.
那么他的其他的邻居可能拥有另外的其他的土地。
That's why they need to have a path to go between the terraces to be an access way for all the farmers to use.
所以不同的田地放在一起，它需要有通道，可以走来走去的。
I mean, this kind of path that we just took over here, and it continues all the way up.
所以你可以看到，像我们这些道路呢，就是这些田与田之间的通道。
And this path was owned by the whole community. No one owns this path.
所以但是这些路呢是属于整个社区的，没有人拥有这些路。
So no one is allowed to sow in that path.
所以在这个路上是不能够种植的，
They don't even allow it.
甚至你不能够来开垦。
And since people walk on this path up and down all the time, it will remain all the time compressed.
对，每天有人走进走出，就会把它踏的践踏。
Now imagine the farmer want to sow the seeds. What he does?
所以如果一个农夫他要撒种，要怎么撒？
Take seeds, sow the seeds on the terraces.
他就是拿种子撒出去吗？
As he does this, some of the seeds by accident will fall on this path.
所以他一撒的时候，有些种子就会落在这些路上的。
Those seeds will not grow up because they don't plow it.
那个树那个种子不会长出来，因为它这个泥土它已经没有经过开垦。
But the seeds will remain on the top of the surface, and then the birds will come and eat it
我
up.
们可能就在上面，那么鸟来把它吃掉了。
Did anyone spoke about this before me?
Yes.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
What's that?
Jesus.
Jesus?
It's a parable.
He did
The parable,
that. He did that again.
The parable.
Yes, the parable. Then Jesus said, some of the seeds will fall on stony ground.
所以有些人，耶稣曾讲过这样的比喻，撒种的比喻，有些就掉在那个荆棘的石头。
Stony ground does not mean small stones in the terraces.
这些荆棘呢不是小的，
It means the bedrock, like you see here.
但是你在那边看到的是大的荆棘丛。
And the soil around the bedrock is not deep, it's shallow.
所以这些浅土呢，种子若掉在这类的浅土呢，它也长不起来。
So the seed that fell here grow a little bit, but then dry in the summer
所以它们如果长一点点，那么夏天就干掉了，
because there is no depth.
它没有这个深度。
Some seeds fell among the thorns and the weeds. You can see thorns and
你
weeds
会
here.
看到它落在那个荆棘草丛里面，像那样都是荆棘丛。
When the thorns and weeds grow, they have deeper roots, they grow faster, and then they choke and kill the young plant.
所以这些经济的树根都比较长，也长得比较大，就把那个种子呢，要生出来的给它毒死。
And the last kind of soil is the good soil, and that's the terrace.
所以刚才你看到的这个就是好土的，有些落在好土。
But there is difference between good soil and fertile soil. Good soil, it means the opposite of the 3 previous ones. Fertile soil, it's how much fertilizer you add to this.
肥土的有些泥土是用过的，如果先开垦过的，那是好土。那么有一些是它有先施肥的，那也是好土。
That's why Jesus said the good soil will make fruits, but some 30, 60, and 100 according to their fertility.
所以因此有没有施肥会造成它是不是会成长30、60、100倍。
Diamtios ya tartebo.
掉3个是我在摸摸
Come all the way inside. Okay, fill the space inside. Thank you.
Oh, we need a donkey here. More.
And this is an olive press.
这个是这是压榨橄榄的。
We use it every year to press our olives here.
所以每一年的橄榄要拿来这里呢，就是来压榨。
Put the olives in here, and then the donkey will pull this around and crush the olives.
所以这个石头呢，当驴子把它拉的时候，它就把橄榄给压碎。
After you crush the olives, you put them in those baskets. You
然后
fill
压出来的这些渣呢，放在这种篮子。
those baskets. You take them and put them under a pressure or press. Come inside.
然后这些橄榄渣呢，第一遍的橄榄渣之后呢，把它放在这个篮子，再把它压死。
This happens over there. In the
所以
other
你会
side.
看到，再用另外一个把它压得更重的压。
Yeah, let's go please to the other side. Go.
你走过去那边看。
Go all the way down, please. This side.
I don't think they're in there.
Virgin.
Yes, keep going. You need to be at the river to come here. You see where the basket goes. Okay, look where the basket goes.
石头把篮子叠在一起，
Keep
这
coming,
些
keep
橄
coming.
榄渣呢，就把它篮子叠在一起。我先看这边，我先看这边。
Watch your steps. There are holes. So we have here 2 presses.
我们在这里有2个压榨橄榄的。
They put the baskets full of olives after crushed the olives there. They put the baskets with the crushed olives. underneath the press here and here.
第一遍的橄榄渣就拿来这边呢，然后跟着这个石头的重量再压一起，
And then you lower the press down.
所以把这个把它放下来，
The presses will sit on the baskets and
所以
squeeze
那
the
个就
olives.
会压住那橄榄，然后油会出来，
And all the oil start to drop down underneath the baskets.
所以就从中间呢，油会从中间流下去。
To put more weight, you lift these stones up.
所以你要更重呢，就把这些石头再挂上去。
The stone, they connected with a rope here. This is winch with this kind of wooden handle. It goes in here, and then they press down, and this will lift the stone up. Also the other side. And this put much more
来
pressure.
增加它的那一个重量，
Then it goes there and they scoop it out, the oil.
然后它把油取出来，
They press the baskets, same baskets, 3 presses.
所以每7个篮压一次，
The first press will be the best oil.
一共压3次，第一次是最好的油，
That oil will be taken to the temple to light the menorah.
就带到圣殿去点那个金灯台的灯。
Second press will be good oil for cooking.
所以
for
第
food.
2遍的橄榄油是用来煮饭的。
And the third press will be some dirty oil, and that will be taken to the to make to fill the oil out.
那么剩下的第3遍的是属于不好的，就用来点这种家里的用的灯。
Jesus, in the last night of his life, he was praying in Jerusalem.
耶稣在最后的一个晚上在克西马尼园祷告。
Gethsemane are 2 words in Aramaic. It's Gat and Shimani. Gat means press, Shimani oil. Gethsemane means olive press.
所以我们知道克西马尼园的意思就是橄榄榨橄榄的意思。
Jesus at the Garden of Gethsemane, he was praying very hard. When you read the story, you feel he was under pressure.
所以我们也知道耶稣在克西马尼园祷告，就好像重担压在他的这个肩头上，好像压橄榄这样。
Until he starts to sweat, his sweat becomes like drops of blood.
所以耶稣的汗好像血点这么大，
So you can imagine that he was pressed and squeezed just like olives.
所以他就像橄榄这样被压榨。
If you remember, he even prayed there 3 times, which means he was pressed 3 presses.
所以他祷告3次，就像橄榄被压3次这样。
Okay, we'll be there and we'll see the place.
我们到了克西马尼园会再看那个地方，再跟大家讲解。所以那个整个是向上放上来，你看这个会下来了，你看这个，它会下来。
شو ودع؟
ردع؟ ردع.
ردع؟
ما كان زي
ها؟
ما كان زي السلام عليكم
جسمة
זה כמו עוגות של איסטר.
כן?
כולנו. ראית אותם?
נו, תאכל. מה, לא תטעם מה שאני אופה?
כן, זה ממש, אני אוכל את זה. זה לא טוב. צריך להיות קצת כזה. רגע, כזה.
אני אעבוד על זה. בסוף יצא לי ככה.
התחלת לעשות טוב. מה קרה לך?
הזמן והחום והכל. זה כולם?
כן. This is Daniel. Hello, Daniel.
Hello. How are you doing?
שלום.
שלום. Good. אני אדבר?
כן.
טוב, ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing? Everything okay?
Yes.
As you see, I'm the potter of the village, and yes, I like to play with mud. Very, very fun, as you can see. But back in the days, to have a potter in the village was really important. Why? Do you like to eat? someone didn't eat lunch. Do you like to eat, ladies and gentlemen? We all like to eat. We need to eat in plates, right? We need jars for water. We need oil lamps for the night. So the potter will do all those things. But first, to make all those things, we need the material, clay. Clay we make out of mud and water. Behind you, there's a fence. Down the fence, there are 2 pools. There I will put the water and the clay and mix it with my feet. Yes, with my feet. The soil.
שכחתי להגיד לך שיש תרגום.
באמת?
כן.
There's translation.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
to tell him that.
它主要的就是陶匠。他说，为什么一个地方的陶匠很重要？我们需要器皿，器皿要吃饭要用的。那么这个陶匠用什么？用泥土。泥土怎么做呢？就是泥土跟水呢，就变成这个粘土，然后粘土呢，它就能够来做这些器皿。所以这就是他的工作。
It's as if I push the button and start to speak.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
But then I will put the clay here and shape it.
然后他就会把它放在那个模的上面，他就会。
Till I'm satisfied, I can make it wider.
可以放把
or flatter.
或者更平。
And when I'm satisfied with what I have done, I can put it inside.
我可以把它放成圆的。
Dry in the shade because if not, it will crack.
所以我们要把它然后放成这个样，不然它会晒的话，它会干掉。
No. Then they will bake after some weeks in the oven behind you.
所以它要放在那个烘炉里面。
And then, after high temperature, they will come out like those on the corner.
所以如果高压之下呢，它出来的产品是这样子。
This process is hard, but it shows us a beautiful thing about God.
虽然这个过程很艰难，不过它跟我们讲一些关于上帝的事情。
Life can be hard sometimes.
生命中有时候很多的艰难。
And Jesus also went through hard things.
耶稣也经历了人生的艰难。
He got crucified.
他被钉死。
But we know that the final of the story, the end of the story was good.
我们都知道他的故事的结果是好的。
Likewise with our lives.
我们的生命也是如此。
Throughout those things, God shapes us, and we will be good and hard.
所以我们知道，神陶造了我们呢，我们会成为好的器皿。
Prophet Isaiah says, "God, you are our Father."
我们知道以赛亚说，神啊，你是父亲。
We are the clay.
你是那一个陶匠，我是泥土。
You are the potter.
你是陶匠。
We are all the creation of your hands.
我们都是他手中所造出来的。
That's everything.
这就是一切。
Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Daniel, to put into the furnace, how long? How many hours?
It can take. It needs to bake slowly. It can take about a day.
Yes. 10 hours.
10 hours.
如果要放在那个烘炉里面，大概要10个小时到6天。
All right. 要了。ما عرفش غير المسؤول يقع المسؤول شو بنات please. Okay, this is Joseph, our carpenter. He's doing all the tools that we need here, using the same tools and techniques they had in the first century. So what he's holding, it's called an adze.
他用那个斧头在做木匠的工作。
It cuts the wood and makes the shape of the tool. Really very useful tool.
所以这是他的工具。
And then they had a plane to plane the wood.
然后他有刨木的那个工具来刨木。
They had a volcanic stone a rough one
它
for
有这些
standing,
火山石头来就是弄它比较滑。
and the soft one for sharpening the tools.
我用来磨石也用来磨它的这
If
个
you
工
come
具。
backward and make a big circle, everybody will be able to see. If you come backward a little bit.
我们这样后面推一点，把它扩大一点，大家看得到。
Backward, all the way back. Okay? So if you are not dancing out. Yes. Okay. There was a sew called the rope sew.
那个是锯子。
This one. And one tool I want to show you. I want you to guess. You tell me please what this tool can do.
这个是做什么用的呢？
What is this tool?
Drill hole.
Huh?
Drill hole.
Yes. Drill a hole. Drill a hole.
对，它是转转的。
Okay. All right. Thank you, Joseph.
Thank you.
We'll go to the next
好，我
house.
们过去另外一边。
Follow me, please. Watch your heads and steps, please. There are 2 big steps to go in here.
确实，只是弄到一些泥土啊，很脏。没事啦，撞到一点。有点破皮了。没事。不用，没什么大，不会感觉到什么特别，不用了，不用。这只是刚好一些泥土这样磨水。OK， 如果是这个先下去，不是直接投下去，直接投下去就不要了。你们以为它会有点
破皮，好像
对啦，摩擦会有破的，
分钱的1/4。
啊，没事，有点摩擦。
最后一层比较高一点啊，你注意啊。
进来，大家进来，再进来，站远。
在门口的这一个，里面有一个小房间可以来休息一下。你也小房间。
You have everybody? This is Hannah. Hello, Hannah.
这位是汉娜小姐啊。
She is our weaver.
她是纺织的，纺线的。
The sheep should be cut first all from the sheep using this kind of
对，
scissors.
我们知道剪羊毛是用那个去渍。
Then you wash the wool with water outside of your home where you have a spring.
然后把那些羊毛呢用水来洗。
Then you come back and then you can make the colors. You can dye it.
然后它洗完了后，你可以用色彩来染色。
For example, if you boil it with onion peels, those are the colors you can get.
你如果用洋葱呢，得到这样的颜色。
You boil it with pomegranate skins and you can get this color.
如果用番石榴是这样的颜色。
Nuts shells makes it brown.
我们就如果用那个壳蛋壳那壳的话。
A little bit expensive color is this. This was made out of saffron.
哦，这就硫磺。
Saffron.
一种花。saffron 一种花。
The most expensive are the blue and the purple.
紫色最贵的。
Those are royal colors. Only kings and rich people can use.
在第一个世纪，紫色是属于君王的颜色。
Jesus, in his way to the cross, to mock him, they put a purple garment on him.
对，我们知道耶稣他们把紫色的袍加在他身上。
This is expensive because this was made out of sea snails.
因为它是用这个海螺，这个海螺来做的，海螺的壳。
The snail inside will release kind of liquid that can make this kind of color.
它用这个海螺能够可以染色出那种紫色出来。
Then they will do spinning using the spindle.
然后他就用这个直羊毛的器具把它直起来。
They put the two sides together.
他把几个羊毛放在一起。
She spin the spindle and they will be attached together.
转动。
And make one thread.
就成为那个线，纺织的线。这是羊毛的线。
我们在市场上买到的那些线也是这样。
原理是一样，只是用机器做的。
It go backwards because they need to put it in here for about a week. Then they take it off and make the balls. عشان غبتها كتير. Then they weave it on here.
线直起来就成为布。
She takes some threads up and pass what she's holding in her hand. It's called shuttle in between, up and down. She takes every second thread up on top of the shuttle.
所以他把那些线就穿制在一起，就形成一个织布了。这织布是这样。
Okay, she pushed them up like this. شو عمل لي كرسي بظهر شكله؟ حلو. Then this will be the final product.
就织成这样的一个毛巾啊，就羊毛巾之类的。
With the leftovers from the threads, she does dolls.
剩下的它可以做这些洋娃娃。
Thank you, Hannah. Yeah. You? Very out here.
No.
Come in.
Cold, yeah? At least a bit. Stone.
Hello. Many seats here too. Good. Either side. Hello, you can sit on either side.
Yeah, we are sitting here in a replica of a synagogue.
OK， 我们进来的这个地方，它的这个结构叫做会堂的结构。
And the synagogue was built with the same building materials and also the houses here.
我们在这里所用的这些石头跟建房子都是一样同样的石头。
The synagogue was a meeting place.
会堂就是他们聚会的地方。
It was a school for the children in the morning.
他早上的时候可能是一个作为孩子的学校。
They would judge people also in the synagogue.
他们也在这一个会堂里面听审。
And on the Sabbath day, it was the place where they can read the Torah.
就是你到了安息日，他们就来这里读妥拉、读律法书。
The reader will stand over there, open the Torah scroll and read.
所以，那么就站在那个地方，把那个律法书打开来读。
We know that Jesus did that in Nazareth one Sabbath day. Jesus.
我们知道耶稣出来传道的时候，到拿撒勒一个安息日，他进到会堂里面，打开律法书来读。
He stood up to read the scriptures, and he was handed the book of the prophet Isaiah.
他去的时候，他就这个圣经交给他的就是一本就是以赛亚书。
He unrolled the scroll, and he found the place where it was written.
所以他打开就是这样打开那个经文，他圣经这么写。
The Spirit of the Lord is upon me.
上帝的灵在我的身上。
Because He's anointed me to bring good news to the poor.
他又膏我来传好的消息。
He sent me to heal the brokenhearted.
他叫我叫破碎的心灵得医治。
To proclaim release for the captives.
报告释放人的这个好消息。
Recovery of sight for the blind.
叫瞎眼的得看见。
Freedom for the oppressed.
那受压制的得自由。
To proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord.
要报告神接纳人的禧年。
Then he rolled off the scroll and put it back.
然后他就把经文卷回来，放回这个经卷筒。
And he sat down.
他就坐下。
And he said to them.
他就对他们说话。
Today these scriptures are fulfilled in your hearing.
对，在你们所听见的，今天这个经文已经应验在你们当中。
They were all very impressed with Jesus.
所以他们就觉得耶稣真的与其他文士不一样。
And they said, "Isn't he the son of Joseph?"
他不是约瑟的儿子吗
Look at the gracious words coming out of his mouth. Look at the grace that comes out of his
但
mouth.
是从他的口中所出的恩言。
But then Jesus continued and said to them that two stories from the Old Testament that made them very angry.
所以耶稣接着下来跟他们讲2个旧约的故事，他们听了很生气。
He told them the story of Naaman, the Syrian.
耶稣讲了一个乃曼的故事。
You remember him? He was a leper.
你知道乃曼患大麻风的乃曼吗？
When Elisha sent him the Jordan River to dip 7 times, he was healed.
就他到了约旦河，洗气之后就得医治了。
Then Jesus also spoke about the widow that lived at the time of Elijah when was a big famine. The same story that we spoke about in.
他还讲到一个在大饥荒中的时候的一个寡妇。
That she had a little of olive oil and flour, and Elijah told her, "Make me a piece of bread, and then little olive oil and flour will not finish until rain will be back."
所以就是说，就是这个。
She made a piece of bread for Elijah.
他就是用那个，他就做了这个面跟油，用一点点油跟面做成面包。
And the little of olive oil and flour never finished.
那个就是油跟面一直用不完的。
So Jesus gave her compliment of her faith.
所以耶稣对他的信心给予嘉奖。
The Bible said they were filled with anger when they heard that.
但是他们听见了，圣经说那些人听了很生气。
Because these two stories he spoke about, they weren't Jewish. These two people, they were Gentiles.
但是耶稣讲的这2个好的例子都是外邦人，而他们却是犹太人。
Meaning that Jesus wanted to tell them, I came for Jewish and for Gentiles.
意思是要告诉他们，我不但是为犹太人来，我也是为外邦人来的。
Even the Romans.
甚至罗马人。
There are enemies.
是他们的敌人。
and they were occupying the Jewish.
甚至占领他们的地方。
It was hard for the Jewish people to accept that.
但是一些犹太人很难接受。
And that's why they said that Jesus is not the right Messiah.
所以他们认为耶稣并不是弥赛亚。
And he was to be stoned.
所以他们想用石头把他打死。
Took him out to stone him.
就想要把他带出去要打他。
But because it wasn't the right time for Jesus to die, so he went among the crowd and he left Nazareth.
所以耶稣就因为不是时候到，时候还没有到，所以耶稣很自然的就从他们中间走出去。
Question? Okay. Thank you, Zechariah. Go.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. 哦，厕所还是可以走过去。那等你进去。